Hello everybody, Crow here, and this is a video response to edt1138's Top 3 Tuesday, and I believe that is the top 3 games that have monopolized or consumed your time. But before I get into that, you may be wondering, what's with this getup? Well, quite simply, I'm wearing the hat because I'm cold, and I'm wearing the sunglasses because I'm cool. I don't think I need any further explanation than that. So let's jump into this. Now, when I was thinking about the games that have monopolized or consumed my time, I was immediately thinking of a game I'm currently playing, Ken's Rage 2 on the PS3, because I've been playing that since March. But then as I thought about it back maybe 10 years ago, 8 years ago, and maybe even back a little bit further than that, there have been games I played a hell of a lot longer. And even, Final Fantasy VII, for example, I played through 5 times in like the first couple of years it was out. And, it just baffles me that I had amount of time to play games. But, Final Fantasy VII isn't in that list, even though I did play it, 7 times, or 5 times. Actually, I'm going to start this off with Pokemon Sapphire. Now, I don't have Pokemon Sapphire anymore. Last Pokemon game I actually got was this one, Soul Silver. And the reason I started playing Pokemon Sapphire was that my friends had it, and I was like, yeah, I'll join the club, I'll get it. But you know what? As I thought back to games I'd played, I am kind of a completionist. I do like to, play the game and beat the hell out of it. Get as much as you can. Beating the game isn't enough. You have to get maximum everything, and and just max everything out, and then you can put the game away. But with Pokemon Sapphire, I actually did collect them all, and when I finally did say enough of this game and got rid of it, I had put in 500 to 600 hours in that game alone, and that's no cheating. I leveled at least 3 characters up to level 100. But you could say, like, if you put that much work into the game, why did you get rid of it? But the thing is, though, that's the reason I'm showing this, is those Pokemon I've gotten in that game, and then some subsequent games, they've kind of transferred from game to game, and those Pokemon are actually in this game right now. So overall with Pokemon, I probably put in like 800 hours. I didn't put nearly enough as much time as I did in Pokemon Sapphire. But yeah, actually, with Pokemon, one of the things that drew me in with that was actually my favorite thing to do in that game was rename the Pokemon. Like, you get a Pokemon and you can name it, and that used to drive one of my friends at least, crazy, because he loved to keep the original names of the Pokemon, and he always kill him to trade with me because he knew my Pokemon had such weird names. And I actually have the game here. I kind of popped it in just to see. And let's take a quick look here. In the party in the game as it was: Omega Blue, Pinchy, Slick, Zap Brannigan, Ogre, and obviously that Grown was traded from somebody because they were heartless and didn't have the heart to give him a name. I just thought it would be interesting to pop that back in there and see what that was like. All right, the second game is going to be Persona on the PS1. Now, I was big into RPGs in the PS1 days, and Persona is probably the one I played the most because I played through that game 6 times. And it wasn't until my 4th playthrough, and I did this without any walkthroughs or anything, even though GameFAQs was available at the time. I preferred to play those RPGs a couple times without any guides or anything. So what I didn't realize, there are questions that you get asked during the game, and I didn't realize it, but depending on how you answer those questions, the game ends prematurely if you don't answer them right. So you'll get to a boss battle, the game will just end, you get a bad ending, sort of, but you wouldn't necessarily knew it. It just so happens the one time I played through the game, I answered the questions the right way, and the game just kept going and going and going. And I was like, isn't this thing going to end anytime soon? And it just didn't. And it's one of the few games I actually stayed up all night to play. Now, even though I don't have the game, I do have it on the PSP. I just haven't played this PSP version yet. But it's here in case I do want to do that one day. But yeah, just playing it, I just remember playing the whole day Saturday playing this extra whole big long levels and stuff like that, making it to the final boss about, I don't know, 9 p.m., and then having this boss battle that lasted 50 minutes and losing. And the last save point was like 2 or 3 hours away from the boss again. So I went out, saw a movie, came back. I think I saw Jackie Chan's First Strike, and came back, and I stayed up until all night into Sunday morning, leveling up, getting all the items I would need for that battle, and 50 minutes after the boss battle later, I had won, and I was really happy. And then I still had to play the game a couple more times, because what it was there was a your party consisted of 5 members, but the 5th person in your party kind of changed depending on who you wanted to be in there. And actually, the last time I played it was the hardest, because that was the longest you had to go with a 4-person member party before you actually got your 5th person, who you almost don't even think is going to join your party, but then he kind of does if you do things a certain way. I did need effects for that, the 6th playthrough through. Anyway, my first one, the one game that monopolized and consumed nearly all of my time when I was playing it, is Ragnarok Online. Now, it's an online MMORPG. I do have hundreds and hundreds of screenshots, so I'll be showing screenshots over while I'm talking about it. But I originally played it maybe very early 2000s, maybe 2000, 2001, when it was in a beta form. And the game was broken as hell. There weren't that many classes, but the game was fun for me because it was broken as hell. And I would just keep playing the game for I don't know, whatever reason. But then, I graduated college and went off, did some stuff. In fact, the Pokemon stuff was in between this. And then I got a job finally after after so many months of graduating and not being able to find a job. So to supplement my time, and I figured to save some money, I played Ragnarok Online. It cost, at the time, $12 a month, and I would just spend that $12 a month to play that game without actually buying any other video games. And I played it a lot. I played as a thief, got up to an assassin, leveled that assassin up to level 99, and then they introduced rebirthing. So you could get a more powerful class, but in order to get that more powerful class, you had to visit Valhalla, and they would rebirth you back to a level 1. And then leveling up was you had to get 3 times more experience than previous to level up each time. And I became an assassin cross, and I just kept leveling up and leveling up and leveling up. I made it to like level 97. And the thing about Ragnarok Online, and one of the things I did like about it that a lot of people didn't like, was it's a grind fest. You really have to grind. And here's how bad it was for me. For a time, I was working from home. The company I was working for was kind of going out of business. Didn't really have much to do. So I would wake up, I would sleep in the same room as my computer, wake up right when I needed to be at work, jump on my computer, say, hey, I'm in, blah, 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 let me know if anything needs to be done, and I would go to Ragnarok. And I would play Ragnarok, maybe take a break for lunch, take a break for dinner, and keep going into the night. Sleep for maybe 6 hours. Wake up again, do it again, repeat the process. Saturday I'd even play it more. Sunday I'd even play it even more. And I just kept leveling up and leveling up. And this was months and months and months and months. In fact, the screenshots I'm showing are over the course of maybe a year and a half. And I made it to level 97. And I kind of figured that at the rate I was going, in order to reach level 99 again, from level 97 to 99, so 97, 98, and then hitting 99, I would need to play 8 hours a day for the next 3 months straight. And, I kind of put it off, said maybe I'll do this some other time. The other time never came up. Actually, a couple of years ago, I actually managed to log back into Ragnarok Online since they had, the company had changed hands. It was completely different login. Everything was completely different. But my characters were still there. I was so surprised they'd never been deleted or anything after years and years of inactivity. And I kind of did start to play a little bit just to try it out again, but I really wasn't feeling it. It really didn't feel the same. The whole game is based off of microtransactions now. But yeah, Ragnarok Online, my number one. Anyway, check out edt1138's Top 3 Tuesday. You know, in former videos, I kept saying Top 10 Tuesdays. I know that's not right. But, yeah, check it out. You know, I just noticed he changed his name to Ed Explanation Point. But I think he'll always be edt1138 in my heart of hearts. And my sunglasses and my hat. Thanks, everyone, for watching. See y'all next time. Bye.